What is going on, guys? My name is Sabim. Welcome back to WRESTLECRAFT. We are working on the arena above the convention center. So, on this side with the hotel, you have the WrestleMania Convention Center set up already, or the small arena convention center, excuse me. Here, we're going to build this stadium above in the stadium that's not currently built for it. Now, to do this, we're going to actually take out this floor completely because we want to utilize the space. Now, to do that, we're going to use World Edit and cut off the floor completely and remove it. Now, once we remove it, it's going to give us more seat area. Now, you're going to notice it is kind of a short width. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go too big of an arena. But, you know, I'm not really too worried about it. So, let's go ahead and break the sea lantern really fast. And you can now see we can get a pretty good size arena up here. We can put in some seats, at least some risers in the one corner. We're going to have a huge back panel, essentially, of seats. So whatever side we choose to have the arena facing is going to be the way the stage is set up. So let's say we go this way. That way, if you're sitting over there, if you're in that arena, you would see it. So we want the back seats. Actually, no, it'd be the opposite way, right? Because we want the seats to go this way. Shoot, okay. So we want to drop down the seats from up here. Now, to do that, let's put in... it can't be sea lantern. It's got to be something we can actually put staircases on. Let's try sandstone for just right now. So we're going to drop this down from right above here. And then we're going to go one by one to simulate seats like we normally would. We can actually probably use wool. I think wool would probably be the best one to use. Let me switch it to wool really fast. And we'll just use white to try to get it to stand out. Whoops. What is the code? We actually have to find the code really fast for white wool. So I'll do that. And yeah, I guess we'll have to use sandstone for right now. We can always change it later. So we're going to drop this down, and hopefully, let's see how big we actually get. We may want to stretch them out in 2x1 seats if we want it to go farther. Because right now, we're about here. And that gets us, well, actually, that gets us farther than I thought it would. So again, Austin is going to get so upset, Pish Posh, Volume 2, that I'm actually doing this by hand. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's just lay some of this down really fast. And then when I get it on that side, we'll just set it in sandstone really fast. So, got the base layer down. And now once we have the base layer, the back seats will hold a majority of the people we want. So let's put in the wooden axe. Let's lay it down. I think the code for sandstone is just sandstone, right? Okay. It is just sandstone. So let's go up really fast and just finish out the layers. Now, we can't go diagonally, and I'm sure there is a code to do it, and I don't remember what it is, so I always just do one by one on my staircases. So we'll go here. Now, we could put it in and then just delete the layers later. I'm just going to leave it to this. Whoa. Oh, that's wrong. What the hell? Am I off a layer? Uh-oh. I did put 2 in right there. So it has to go 3, which actually that doesn't look bad because you would have a walking layer because I would put in a nice section. So we'd have this one. And this is the one with 2. So we had it right. We just didn't pay attention to the actual build of the arena, which is something you don't want to do. Because I know Austin would consider that a lot of time wasting, which it absolutely does if you're trying to hurry up and build this. There we go. I might as well just lay this down really fast. Now, once this is built, We're not going to be able to have a huge stadium setup, and I actually don't even know. This may end up looking kind of like an indie arena. I mean, because if you truly think about it, we may have to put it against the wall. Like, I'm trying to think of the, what's the company from Vince Russo? Rocky Mountain Pro. They film it in a theater, or at least the ones that I had saw online were filmed in a theater. So, like, the backdrop was the movie, and you filmed at the bottom, which is actually pretty creative to use a theater for an actual stadium. I just want to add some lights in really fast. It's not raining or anything, is it? Just seems really dark in here right now. And I don't think it should be. So as we lay this all down, the one thing that we want to keep in mind is to make sure we have good ring placement. So let's go look over here really fast. So for a proper size ring, we want 10. So let's just pretend this is the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do 6 because we've got that new trick we want to try. So 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the reason we're doing that is because we want to try the apron thing that we found out last time. So 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and fill it in now. This is one we actually could just punch in the code, but we might as well just build it. Now, once we have the ring built, we're not actually going to put carpet on it just yet. We don't need to. I do suggest if you are trying to build arenas to use glowstone or something underneath the ring, and then you put carpet, white carpet on top. That way it actually illuminates the ring. So now I'll just go like this. There, the ring is set up. And now what we're going to do on the outside is... Whoops. We'll just change it to black. Just trying to differentiate it right now. And then once you do that, the reason we did that this time, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to do it right on the inside right this second because it does have to be all... There we go. So now that we have the ring set up, let's just put in... I'm trying to remember what it was called. Somebody had told me to use something else for ring ropes, and I don't remember what the item actually was. I'll just grab a fence for right this second. I don't think anything else really... Was it an oak door? Not a lever. Let's just use iron bars for right this second. So the iron bars would go inside. And the reason that we went one shorter was so we can have an apron on the outside to stand on. I thought that would be much cleaner to do, especially if you're doing like a steel cage match, if you're doing something else. You now have an apron, and then you can put staircases. So put stairs. We want to use the court stairs. We can get rid of the rail one. And then once you have the stairs like this, you are now able to jump up on it and look at it. So we're going to put the seats back a little bit, as you guys can see. So now we can, in fact, do something on the other side. So this can now be a big stage. We can probably take up a lot of this as stage. So this whole area can be stage because you're going to need the backstage area. And then we're also going to need to probably build off, if I'm being honest here, we're probably going to want to build off of here. So we may want to extend out the building from here up. And then that'll give us an extra 8 blocks or so to work with to keep making the arena on top. So now that we have this built, though, let's keep putting down the seats really fast. And then once the seats are in, this is when I wish they were all on. If we had the whole team on, we could build a heck of a lot faster. And why is it? It shouldn't be. It's not raining. Is it just literally cloudy or foggy or whatever it is? Do I have to change the weather? Because if it's just the weather, it's kind of messing with you. Because once you're in here, there's not much light. And we probably could just change the whole top layer to glass just to add in more light. And actually, you know what? Let's do that. We'll just change this whole top layer to glass. There. Now it's at least so we can see. Now it's not so dark. And actually, I'm probably going to keep it like that, to be honest, depending on if you could make this like a retractable roof, you were up top. Think of how awesome that is. You have the stadium downstairs if you want to have an event early on. And then at nighttime, you could have 2 arenas up top, both rocking out. Imagine the sounds. You could like do dueling battles. You could do like WCW. Actually, you could do right now, you could do like Ring of Honor, TNA. Say they combine for like a super show, ROH, New Japan against WWE. And you have 2 different buildings that are 2 different convention centers. That'd be pretty sweet, dude. So as we have the seats built, we have the ring built now. I want to know, what kind of stage should we do? What kind of stage setup should we build? And how should we go for it? Because I think the one we did downstairs was nice. It was small. It was compact. And it had to be because of how wide the stage actually was. I think up here we have a little bit more flexibility. So we could actually put in some Titantrons. I know downstairs actually turned out pretty big based on how we use the Titantrons. But I think from right about here, we're probably going to go, let's say, this has got to be backstage, minimum. That's how big the hallway's got to be. Someone add that really fast, and then we're going to add sea lantern over it. Just to make it a wall, so you can kind of actually tell a little bit more. And then once this is laid down, like so, the ring can now essentially go about, we only need about 5 walking blocks is what I think we need. So let's say there's a hallway here, is about 2 or 3. So the stage can start coming off like this. Something like that. So on that side, it would be roughly the 3rd one. Trying to mimic it. I don't think I'll get it perfect, but I also don't think it has to be perfect. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Boom. Actually. So that would be the stage roughly. And you could actually go bigger. Because let's put the iron bars around the ring because you want to leave 2. 2 to walk. So you have 1, 2. Probably want to go minimum right here. For just walking distance camera, so you want to leave roughly that much. So let's go right about there. You can go a little shorter on the back end. Just pretend the announce tables aren't on this side. There we go. So now that that's laid, you essentially know where the ring is going to be, you know how we're going to build off to it. You're able to at least get a better understanding, I think right about there, right? Let's just say it goes like that. So you could actually have it come out a little bit more if you wanted to. If you wanted it to say, keep jotting out, you could theoretically have it come all the way out to there. Still leave some room for staircases. Still leave enough room to do a little bit extra. I mean, not much. but the staircase could come down like this. And now this isn't centered. Uh-oh. You know what? We're going to have to deal with it. So there's the arena at least. So the top arena has kind of been started. So I want to get your guys' idea. It's actually really nice because you can see from pretty much everywhere. You get the outside look of the arena. You could actually have a really nice showcase up here. This is actually pretty nice. So I'm going to build a stage. I want to get your guys' thoughts. What kind of Titatron should we build? What kind of board should we build? And then should we actually build off of this? So let me know in the comment section below. Should we build off? Probably we could fill in the design. We could just like literally come up along the design and that would give us plenty of space. Or we could go back one spot. That way it would keep the illusion like it was going up. So it'd be like this. Either like that or the wall would come up one back. And if we went up one back, I think, yeah, we would probably go up one back. But by doing that, it adds an extra, how many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4. An extra 4, the walking distance. We'll have the staircase going downstairs. Probably break through right here. So we'll add in the floor like this. And then we'll have a staircase coming up. I might as well just bust through right now. So there, that would bust up into there. You would have a staircase. You'd be able to, you know, come and go as you please. And we'd have to put in the floor in the convention center because that's why the roof was there. It was a curtain before, but it's actually the floor on the other side. So the other WWE Arena actually has exactly what it needs to. Let's put it at daytime. More in the light. There we go. So we actually have a pretty good plan built for the top arena. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'll get that built. And until next time, it's your boy, Tubby. Thank you very much for watching. And if you guys could, hit the like button, share the video, and appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you all later.